Well, good evening. I'm Wayne Albright, and I'm back with another OOTP 26 2025 baseball playoffs. And tonight it will be the first game of the second National League Wild Card Series, and it will feature the San Diego Padres playing the Chicago Cubs. First video was the first game was the Reds and the Dodgers, and the Reds took that game 2-1 and lead the series 1-0. So tonight I am going to play the first game of the second series, and let's go to the statistics and see what we've got here. We've got San Diego finished second in the division to the Dodgers at 90-72. While the Chicago Cubs finished second to the Milwaukee Brewers in a 92-70 record. The season series was split evenly at 3-3. And we have a starting pitching matchup of Nick Pivetta, 13-5 during the season, 2.87 ERA, and Matthew Boyd for the Chicago Cubs, left-hander, 14-8, 3.21 ERA. So now we'll go start this game, see what happens. I know there were games played today, and I think most of them, were 2-1 games, except the Dodgers. It looks like they're winning pretty big against Cincinnati at the moment. So we'll go to manage the game and see what the lineups look like and get started. And here's the the screen. San Diego against Chicago, and I will be doing the defensive strategies for both teams, substitutions as well, and leave the rest up to the computers or the computer managers. I tried to get the lineups as close and the rosters as close to what it looked like they were going to be. There may be a few oddities, especially in the pitching part, for these teams in the play, or at least in the wild card round so far. And that will include the American League that will be done later. So this is the first game, and here's the batting order for the San Diego Padres. Fernando Tatis will lead off and play right field. Luis Arraez will play first base and bat second. Manny Machado, third base and bat thirds. Jackson Merrill will play center field and bat fourth. Xander Bogaerts play shortstop and bat fifth. The sixth batter will be Ryan O'Hearn, the acquisition from the Orioles, and he'll be the DH. Gavin Sheets bats seventh, plays left field. Jake Cronenworth will bat eighth and play second base. And Freddie Furman will catch and bat ninth. And once again, the pitcher for San Diego will be the right-hander in 31 games, Nick Pivetta. For the Chicago Cubs at home at Wrigley Field for this game, leading off will be Michael Busch playing first base. Nico Horner will play second base and bat second. Ian Happ will bat third and play left field. Kyle Tucker plays right field and bats fourth. Saya Suzuki will be the DH and bat fifth. Carson Kelly will catch and bat sixth. Pete Crow Armstrong will play center field and bat seventh. Dansby Swanson bats eighth, plays shortstop, and Willie Castro will play third base and bat ninth. Matthew Boyd on the mound, 31 games pitched, and he is a left-hander. So let's head out to the ballpark. It's a night game, it looks like, in Wrigley Field, with clear skies and 50 degrees and the wind blowing in from center field. So we'll see how that plays into this game. Usually the ball does not carry well when the wind's coming into the stadium. So in contrast to some wild days that happen when the wind's blowing out. So here we go. We're going to the stadium. And it looks like it's a night game, partly cloudy. And the Cubs in their powder blue uniforms. And leading off is Tatis, 25 home runs, 71 RBIs, batted .268 on the season. And we get started with Matthew Boyd and a 1-2 pitch as we fly into the stadium to get started. Ground ball to third. Castro over to Bush, and that will be the first out of the inning. End the game. Batting second will be Luis Arraez. He batted .292 with 8 home runs and 61 RBIs. So the left-handed batter facing the left-handed pitching Boyd with a 1-ball pitch. Ground ball to second. Horner over to Bush, and that's a ground out for the second out. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. We're just getting started here at Wrigley Field. Manny Machado bats third, batted .275, 27 home runs and 95 RBIs. 2-strike pitch. And that'll be a strike 3. He watched it on a fastball, and that will be the last out of the first inning. So the Padres do not score, and we head to the bottom of the first, and the Cubs first at bat. Nick Pivetta will pitch here against Bush, Horner, and Happ. He had 190 strikeouts in 31 appearances this year, so pretty efficient at the striking out people. So we'll see how he does here in Chicago in the first game. Padres in their dark uniforms, dark brown. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Reyes picks it up and takes it himself, and that's the first out of the inning. And it will be Horner to step in. Nico Horner, 7 home runs, 61 RBIs, batted .297 on the season. Nick Pivetta with a full count. Fly ball center field. And it will be Merrill to catch it, and that will be 2 outs. So 2 relatively quick outs here, and Ian Happ will step up to the plate. 23 home runs, 79 RBIs, and batted .243 during the season. And a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Fly ball to left field. Sheets is under it and makes the catch. So 1, 2, 3. Just as the Padres went down, the Cubs go down as well in order. We head to the second, and no score. Got a nice night here, it looks like, in Chicago. Will be Jackson Merrill, Bogarts, and Ryan O'Hearn in the top of the second against Matthew Boyd. 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Struck him out on a fastball. Second strikeout, and Bogarts will step in. Both teams had very good seasons, reaching 90-plus wins, 90 for the Padres and 92 for the Cubs. Let's see if they can continue on, and the winner of this series will play the Milwaukee Brewers, the #1 seed. Bogarts will step in, and an 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to or line to short, and Swanson will grab it, and that's 2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn he came over from the Orioles at the trade deadline. And he hit 17 home runs on the season, 63 RBIs, .281 batting average. So 2 outs. He faces the left-hander with a 2-2 pitch, and he struck out. It was a bad pitch. Curveball, chased it, and that will be 3 outs. So 1, 2, 3 again. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Kyle Tucker, Suzuki, Kelly will bat here in the bottom of the second against Nick Pivetta. In a full count. Grounded up the middle for a base hit, the first base hit of the game for either team, and Tucker is on first base. So the Cubs have a runner on board, and it will be Suzuki, 32 home runs, 103 RBIs, batted .245 on the season. Tucker leads off first, decent speed. See if he takes off. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is lined to center field, and that will drop in for a base hit. Tucker will head to third. Here comes the throw, and he will make it in. So a base hit puts runners on first and third with nobody out for the Cubs here in the top of the second inning. And Carson Kelly will step in. 17 home runs, 50 RBIs. He's the catcher, batted .249 on the season, first and third, and nobody out for the Cubs here in the bottom of the second. So Pivetta has a little bit of trouble on the base path here. And a 2-2 pitch. Slowly ground to the pitcher, and he will try to get it to second. He will take the runner, and they will get the double play and hold the runner at third. So good play by the infield. A 1-6-3 double play, and that leaves the runner at first base, and there's 2 outs. So gets the out. Tucker stays at third. And it will be Pete Crow Armstrong to bat, the left-handed batter playing center field. Hit 31 home runs and 95 RBIs, .247 batting average. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. What looked like a promising inning to get a couple runs potentially. We'll see if they get any. And the first pitch. And it's popped really high. Out into short center field. Out to get it is Bogaerts, and that will be the third out. So, no score, 2 hits, and 1 left. We head to the third inning, and we have no score in this game. Matthew Boyd faces the bottom 3, Sheets, Cronenworth, and Furman here in the top of the third inning. Sheets had 19 home runs, 71 RBIs, .252 batting average. He's a left-handed batter facing the left-handed pitcher. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball out to left field. Here in comes Happ, and he will grab it, and that's 1 out. 7 down. 7 up, 7 down for the Padres so far. Cronenworth will step in. Another left-handed hitter against Boyd. Hit 11 home runs, 59 RBIs, batted .246 on the season. And a full count. And he got hit. And he will be the first base runner for the San Diego Padres. Hit Batman. It will bring up Freddie Furman with 1 out. So the left-handed pitcher will try to hold the Cronenworth at first, and Freddie Furman batted .251 with 5 home runs and 26 RBIs. Cronenworth leads off first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soft ground ball to the pitcher. He turns and tries to get him at second and does make it. They get both of them. And that's the inning. So a 1-6-3 double play for their own. And it was a close call, but they get it out. We head to the bottom of the third inning, still no score. We head to the bottom of the third. Dansby Swanson, Willie Castro, and Michael Bush, I think Michael's his first name, will head into this inning. Nick Pivetta, he has 31 pitches so far. Swanson, 24 home runs, 77 RBIs, .244 average. Seems to be a common theme for 240s batting averages here on the season. Quite a few batters have that so far that I've seen. So here we go. First pitch to Swanson. It is lined to first, and Reyes will grab it, and that's 1 out. Willie Castro, the left-handed batter. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat on the left-handed side. 11 home runs, 33 RBIs, .226 batting average. And a full count. As the crowd tries to get into it, ground ball to short. Bogaerts all the way to Reyes, and that's 2 outs. Went off to his right and grabbed it, and strong throw, and that makes the second out of the inning. So 2 hits so far for the Padres, 2 hits for the Cubs, none for the Padres. In the top of the order, Michael Bush will bat, and he grounded to first his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And he struck him out on a curveball. And that will be the third out. So we're headed in the same direction as the game in Los Angeles, where it was 2-1, and it didn't score till the 5th inning. We have a no-score contest here in Chicago, heading to the 4th. Matthew Boyd enters the mound here, and it would be the top of the order. Tatis, Reyes, and Machado for the Padres. Tatis grounded to third his first time up, and a 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, center field, and in comes Armstrong, and he will grab it, and that's 1 out. Luis Reyes. He batted .292 with 8 home runs and 61 RBIs. He's a left-handed batter, and an 0-2 pitch. Soft tapped out in front of the mound, or out in front of the plate, and the catcher Kelly throws it to first, and that will be 2 outs. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning for Boyd at 45 pitches so far. Manny Machado will step in. He is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to third base. Castro over to Bush, and that will be the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 go the Padres here in the 4th inning. And we head to the bottom of the 4th with still no score. Nico Horner, Ian Happ, and Tucker will bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Not a lot of offense so far in this game or the Dodger game earlier. So here we go. 1 ball, no strike. Lined into right field, and that will be the 3rd hit for the Cubs. As Horner gets on first, and nobody is out. He will lead off first, moderate speed. Nick will have to keep an eye on him, and Ian Happ will bat. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side. He flew out to left field his first time. Full count. Fly ball to left field, and Sheets is under it, and that will make the catch, and that will be 1 out. Kyle Tucker bats. He singled his first time. So runner on first with 1 out. Tucker already has a base hit. 1-1 pitch. Lined into center field. That will be a base hit. Horner's headed to third, and he did not. He stopped. So that will put runners at first and second base. Looked like he was going to take off to third, but decided not to. So a little bit of action now for Suzuki up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th as Pivetta tries to get out of another jam. He had a jam in the 2nd inning and got out of it. So here we go. Suzuki, he singled his first time. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Sheets comes in and will snag it, and that will be 2 outs. So the catcher comes up to bat with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Trying to put the Cubs ahead here. He grounded out to short in his first time up. So first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th as the Cubs try to break into the scoring column here. With a full count. Full count, 2 outs. And he walked, and that will be the bases loaded for Pete Crow Armstrong. So the crowd's starting to get active. Cubs have a chance here to break through here. Popped out to the shortstop his first time. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Infield will play it normal or play to the right. Shift a little bit to the right. Initially, I let the game come up with a defense, and then I go in and change it if I don't agree with it. But right now it looks good, especially with infield's ins and bunts and things like that. If I think the bunter's going to bunt or something like that, so we give the computer the first jab at it. So here we go. 2 outs, bases loaded for Armstrong, and a full count. Fly ball, deep right field, back, and he will grab it right in front of the running track. So he did tag it a little bit, probably got caught up in the wind, as the wind is blowing in here in Chicago. Leave the bases loaded, and after 4, we still have no score. On a breezy southwest or south day with wind, that had a chance probably to go out of here for a grand slam, but not on a day like today with the wind blowing in. And it'll be Merrill, Bogaerts, and O'Hearn to face Boyd. He has given up no hits. He hit a batsman, so he's faced he's faced the minimum so far, thanks to the double play, the 1 inning, to get out of that. So here we go. Jackson Merrill. He struck out his first time, grounded to second. Horner over to Bush, and that will be the first out. 1 out. Xander Bogaerts will bat. He lined to short his first time. First pitch to him. Grounded to short. Swanson over to Bush, and that will be 2 outs. And Ryan O'Hearn will step in. He struck out his first time. It's been a quick inning so far for Boyd here in the 5th. He has a full count now against Hearn, and he struck him out on a slider. Second strikeout for Hearn and O'Hearn in this game, and a 1-2-3 5th inning for Boyd, who still hasn't allowed a hit. He still faced the minimum, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with no score. Pivetta, Castro, and Bush to bat for the Cubs. 0 for 1 for Swanson, lined out to the first baseman. His first time up. Base 1 ball pitch, popped in the infield in foul territory, it looks like, and Machado will come over and grab it, and that's 1 out. So both pitchers are seem to be on a roll here. 4 hits given up to the Cubs by Pivetta, and no hit so far for the Padres against Boyd. Willie Castro grounded to short his first time. 1 strike pitch, and he got hit. So we've had 2 hit batsmen, 1 for each team so far. Puts a runner on first base, and the top of the order, Michael Bush comes up. Castro, decent speed there, it looks like. He is 0 for 2, struck out, looking, and grounded to first base. So 1 out here for Bush against Pivetta. 1 ball pitch. Quick throw to first. Castro's back. Here we go again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Into right field for a base hit just over the second baseman. Cronenworth, and first and second, and 1 out for the Cubs. And a little bit of stirring here again. They had the bases loaded last inning, making Pivetta work hard here. As Horner steps in with 1 out, and a guy at first and second. Runners at first and second, 1 out. That is lined to center field. In comes the center fielder, Merrill, and he makes the catch on a diving catch. And that is 2 outs. What a great play for Merrill to save a base hit and maybe a run if it got past him. If it didn't, it probably would lead to bases loaded. And Ian Happ will bat with first and second runners and 2 outs. So we'll see if the Cubs can do it here. They had... Back in the second, they had first and second and got nothing. They had bases loaded eventually in the 4th and got no runs. And they've had first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and so far nothing. So we'll see if Happ can come through. 1 strike pitch. Fly ball to center field, and Merrill is in on it, and that's out. Pivetta managed to get out of it another jam. 3 of the 5 innings, he's had bases base runners on and has gotten through it. So 5 complete here in Chicago, and it's no score. Michael Boyd plunging along here. He's faced the minimum, and he will face Sheets, Cronenworth, and Furman. Sheets is 0 for 1. He flew out to left field. 1-1 pitch. Grounded softly to short. Swanson makes the play, and that's 1 out. Cronenworth. Doesn't really take. He didn't get an at-bat because he got hit by a pitch. He's the only base runner the Padres have had, and a 1-2 pitch from Boyd. And he struck him out on a slider, and that's 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. This game is moving right along. Freddie Furman to bat. He grounded out his first time up. 1-ball pitch. Fly ball, left field. It's hit pretty good, but under it is Happ, and he will catch it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Padres as Boyd continues to move right along. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, scoreless. Pivetta is up to 80 pitches. And he's close to his batters faced average, which is 23. He's faced 18, 19, 20, 21 so far here in the and we enter the bottom of the 6th inning against Kyle Tucker, Suzuki, and Kelly. And a full count pitch to Tucker. Little number to second base, and it gets through. Cronenworth misplayed it, and it's a base hit. So Tucker's on with his 3rd hit of the game. Cronenworth couldn't make the play, and it made it through. So I guess no error is charged for it. 6th hit for the Cubs with nothing to show for it so far. And here's Suzuki. He is singled and flied out. So Tucker at first. Struck him out on an 0-2 pitch, curveball, and that's 1 out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Coming up to the plate is Kelly, Carson Kelly. He is 0 for 1. He walked his last time. So Tucker leads off first. Probably not a threat to steal. First pitch. And, there he goes. I was wrong. And he will stay. He'll steal second base. So Tucker does take the chance and steal second base and put himself into scoring position. What do I know? I didn't expect that. So here's Pivetta facing Kelly now that Tucker's at second. And a 2-2 pitch. That is lined into left field. Tucker holds up. And he will hold at third base on the base hit from Kelly. And once again, another situation with scoring position for Pivetta. We had trouble in the 2nd. He had trouble in the 4th. He had trouble in the 5th. And now he has 1st and 3rd here in the 6th. So the Cubs have made him work. They just have nothing to show for it so far. And they will visit the mound. Pivetta will pitch. He has 96 pitches. And Armstrong is the batter. 0 for 2. Infield playing in. Kind of odd, but it is score. It could be playing double play. Is Armstrong a fast runner? So, let's see. Do we have a double play? Double play depth? How about corners in? Okay, here we go. Corners are in. 1st and 3rd, 1 out for Pivetta against Pete Crow Armstrong. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Great pitch on a cutter, and he caught him looking. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Pivetta tries to work out of this inning. He is being stretched here. He's at 100 pitches, and he faces Dansby Swanson. Might be his last batter of the game for him. 2 outs, 1st and 3rd. Full count. It is grounded up the middle for a base hit. It gets through, and all moving over to third base will be Kelly, and the Cubs strike first with a base hit by Swanson up the middle. And scoring is Tucker for the first run of the game for either team, and it's 1-0 Chicago. As Swanson comes through and drives in the run, and that's probably it. That's going to be it for Pivetta after 5 2/3 innings. He is responsible for 2 runners out there. And now we will go and see who we want to pitch for the San Diego Padres to get out of this inning. I'm going to look for a left-hander. Let's see. Peralta. He's a specialist. Matsui. Yeah, let's put Matsui in. Matsui. So Matsui will come in to pitch. And he will turn Castro around. So Matsui, the left-hander. 26 batters faced for Pivetta. Matsui will pitch. Let's see what the calculation is here. So Pivetta makes it through, gives up the run. He was in trouble several innings, and finally the Cubs get through to it and score a run. So Matsui will come in to pitch. He's a left-hander, and his totals were, he's 3-1, 61 games he pitched in. He saved 1 and a 3.98 ERA. So we'll get back to the game here as he'll face Castro, who turns around as a switch hitter. So 1st and 3rd. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The run in is already for the Cubs. And here we go. 2-2 pitch for Matsui. Struck him out. Check swing, but the fastball got him, and that's 3 outs. But they get a run. They get a run on 3 hits. And after 6, the Cubs lead 1-0 here in Chicago. We got a Chicago White Sox, I shouldn't say that. We're at Wrigley Field, not Comiskey Park. But anyway, the Cubs lead 1-0, and Matthew Boyd has been pitching a stellar performance here, up to only 65 pitches. And he's faced the minimum 18 batters. He'll face the top of the order: Tatis, Reyes, and Machado. He does have a no-hitter. So, see how this goes with Tatis. 0 for 2. 1-1 pitch. Grounded. Oh, line drive. Great catch by Swanson to save the no-hitter, and a line out to short and 1 out. So Tatis was robbed by Swanson there. It was a line drive, dove to the right, and Swanson picks it up, and that's 1 out, and Reyes, who was grounded out twice, will bat. First pitch from Boyd. Grounded slowly to 3rd, and Castro will make the play, and that's 2 outs. A great pitching performance so far by Boyd. And Manny Machado will bat. Still the minimum for Boyd here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. 0 for 3 is Machado, and he struck him out. And 1-2-3 go the Padres on a fastball. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. We are in stretch time in Chicago. 1-0 Chicago. I'll stretch a little bit here. Get a drink. So Matsui will stay in the game, and he'll face Bush, Horner, and Happ here. So Bush is 1 for 3, singled his last time, and a 2-2 pitch as the Padres trail 1-0, and struck him out on a cutter, and that's 1 out. Second strikeout for Matsui, and he will face Nico Horner, who's 1 for 3 also. 8 hits for the Cubs, no hits so far for the Padres. And the first pitch to Horner. Grounded up the middle, and that will be a base hit, the 9th hit for the Cubs, and that will put Horner on first base with his second base hit of the game. So runner on first with 1 out, and Happ will bat, and Tucker is on deck circle. So Matsui will stay in, switch Happ over to the right side of the plate. So 1 out, 1 on. Have to keep an eye on Horner. 2-2 pitch. Grounded sharply to short. The only play is to first, and Bogaerts makes the play, and that's 2 out. So fielder's choice. Horner goes to second, and Kyle Tucker will bat here for the Cubs with 2 outs. That's an insurance run out there at second base. They lead 1-0, and here comes Kyle Tucker. He is 3 for 3 in this game. Interesting. I wonder if the computer would be tempted to, I don't know, intentionally walk. But we'll see what happens. 3 for 3 for Tucker against Matsui. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball right field, and Tatis is settling under it and grabs it. So no 4 for 4 for Tucker, and that ends the 7th inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the 8th inning, and the Cubs lead 1-0. Matthew Boyd heading into his 8th inning. He is stretching it here a little bit, but he still is below his batters faced average for the season, which is 23, and he's faced the minimum so far, which is 21. So he can probably squeeze 1 more inning out. We'll see how it goes, but a couple left-handed batters coming up here in the top of the 8th inning. Merrill, Bogaerts, and then Ryan O'Hearn to face Boyd. Stellar performance so far for Boyd. He's pitched 74 pitches, so he's been very efficient. And a 3-1 pitch. Fly ball, right field. Over to get it is Tucker, and that's 1 out. We are watching a gem here in this game. He is 5 outs away, or the Cubs are 5 outs away here from a no-hitter so far. And here's Xander Bogaerts. He's 0 for 2 in the night. A 2-ball pitch. Grounded to short. Swanson over to Bush, and that's 2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn to step in. He has struck out twice. Do they have anybody else that could face Boyd? Let's see. Let's see here. Anybody with kind of... There's somebody with at least an average. He's a switch hitter. And he bats right-handed. He's not really much. But Bryce Johnson has potential. So they're going to put Bryce Johnson in to bat for Ryan O'Hearn. Bryce Johnson, since O'Hearn has not had any success against Boyd, as he struck out twice, they're going to go to a pinch hitter for the DH. He's a switch hitter. So here we go. Matthew Boyd will face Bryce Johnson. 1 home run, 8 RBIs, 342 batting average. They're guarding the lines on defense for the Cubs against extra bases. So here we go. 2 outs, top of the 8th. 2-strike pitch to Johnson. And it's a pop-up really high. And underneath it will be... And they dropped it? Oh, are you kidding me? They lose the no-hitter because of that? Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's a... Oh, my. A base hit on a pop-out between... up the right field. It was hit so high. Why didn't he catch it? Oh, come on, computer. That's a rip-off. I mean, that should have been the third out. I feel bad here. And Boyd's pitched such a perfect game here. And now the first hit for the Padres on that. Oh, that's not good. But anyway, Matthew Boyd will face Gavin Sheets here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 on, 2 outs. Decent speed at first. I don't know if Bryce will go. 1-ball pitch. And that's popped out to center field, flat out to center field. Armstrong is in and will grab it, and that's the third out. So base hit, questionable base hit at that, and a man left. So Boyd has pitched 8 solid innings and an unfortunate hit that I still can't believe. The computer did that, so that's unfortunate. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning with a 1-0 Chicago lead. And the bullpen will be called upon here for San Diego, as Matsui will come out, and they will bring in Estrada. Jeremiah Estrada. Okay, we'll bring in Estrada, the right-hander. Jeremiah Estrada, 4-5 on the season, 77 appearances, 3.45 ERA. And he is going to face Suzuki, Kelly, and Armstrong. Oops. Let's see how many batters he can face. 77. I did it again. I got a calculator here, and it didn't work very well. So... he basically can pitch 1 inning. Let's see, what's his name? Estrada. Jeremiah Estrada. And he can pitch in... All right. So he's a right-hander. Matsui is 1 1/3 innings. So Kelly, Armstrong, and Swanson to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning with a 1-0 score. I don't know if Boyd will come out the next time. It might, since he lost the no-hitter in that fashion, he probably won't. So he'll probably bring in the closer. So here we go, Cubs up to bat, bottom of the 8th inning. 1 for 3 is Suzuki, and a 1-ball 2-strike pitch from Estrada. Fly ball right field toward the line, drifting over will be Tatis, and he grabs it in foul territory, and that's 1 out. Carson Kelly will bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day. So 1 out. Estrada with a 1-2 pitch to Kelly. That is lined into left center field. That will be going to the wall. It will hit the ivy, and Kelly will get a double. So his second hit of the game, as Kelly will be at second base with 1 out. So they try to pad the lead here. And Estrada will face Armstrong, who is 0 for 3. Kelly at second with 1 out. 10th hit for the Cubs. Only 1 hit for the Padres, and that was highly questionable. So here we go. First pitch to Armstrong. Fly ball, well hit to right field, and he is caught right before the ivy. And moving on to third base will be Kelly as he tags up. So he hit it pretty well. That's the second ball he's hit well to right field. So 2 outs with a guy at third, and Swanson, he's responsible for the only run in this game with the base hit that scored Tucker in the 6th inning. So he has third base On third base is Kelly, so he has another chance to drive in a run here. So 2 outs, Estrada, 1-0 Cubs, and a full count. And he walked him. Outside fastball. Oops, I put down strikeout. I'm also keeping score at the same time on a scorecard so I can keep track of if there's any mistakes or anything. So here we go. I love to keep score. Nothing more. I really enjoy it. I did it as a kid when I went to baseball games, kept score, and I love doing it. Even though I'm playing it on the computer and everything will be in the computer, I'm still playing it on paper here in front of me. So Willie Castro will bat with 2 outs. He is 0 for 2, first and third and 2 outs. Estrada, 2-2 pitch. That is lined to center field, and he will not get it. Merrill will not get it. It will reach the ivy, and here comes Swanson. He will score 2, and that is 2 runs. A 2-run double for Castro puts the Cubs up 3-0 as Swanson scores from first base, and the added runs will give him a cushion now. So Estrada, they really don't want to go to another pitcher. It's 3-0 and Castro's at second. Should they go to another pitcher? I don't know. Let's see what they got. That's Bush. Horner will bat. Do they want to bring in another left-hander? What is Sears? What's that? I don't see. Oh, there's Sears. In Baseball Reference. No, they're going to leave Estrada in. So 2 outs. Estrada, 3-0 Cubs as they've added 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-strike pitch. He hit him. Really? Hopefully that wasn't on purpose. So first and second with 2 outs, and here's Horner. Horner has 2 singles in 4 trips. 2 for 4. Estrada, he's given up 2 hits, hit a batsman, and walked someone so far in this inning. So Estrada's had a rough inning. Horner, 1-2 pitch. Into short center field, and Merrill will come in to grab it, and 3 outs. But a productive inning for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They've stretched their lead to 3-0, and we head to the 9th inning here in Chicago. 3-0 in the bottom of the order coming up, and I think the bullpen will be coming in. So 8 innings for Boyd in this game. What a pitching performance by him. With 1 hit that's questionable that the computer had. It's a shame because he was pitching well. He probably wouldn't have pitched the 9th inning anyway. So the Cubs will bring in their closer, which is, let's see who their closer is. Daniel Palencia. Danny Palencia. Daniel Palencia is a pinch hitter. Is he on here? How come I don't see him anywhere? Huh. Okay. Why isn't he part of this team? So, that's not a good thing. I think we'll bring in Ketteridge. Keller? Ooh, Keller's good. All right, we're bringing in Brad Keller. Brad Keller will pitch. I'll have to look and see why Palencia is not part of this lineup, since he is the closer on Baseball Reference, unless he's hurt. So, who is it? Keller. He's a right-hander. Keller. And he will come in to face Cronenworth, Furman, and Tatis to close out this game. 3-0 Cubs. Keller was 4-2 with 3 saves, 68 appearances, 2.07 ERA. So let's see what we got here. 276. Oops. 276 divided by 68. Right. Yep. All right. So, well, I don't know where Palencia is. I'll have to check it out. We are in the bottom or the top of the 9th inning, and the Padres trail. Oops, my cord got stuck. 3-0. So here we go. Can the Cubs hold on? Will the Padres do anything? Here we go. First pitch to Cronenworth here in the top of the 9th, as Keller tries to close out this game. Grounded to second. Warner over to Bush, and that's the first out. 1 hit so far for the Padres. And here's Freddie Fermin. Do they have any pinch hitters? Let's see. What do we got? Will Wagner. Ugh. Not really. I guess they'll let him bat. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and that's 2. Slider struck him out. Top of the order comes up Fernando Tatis with 2 outs, so they need a rally here, and they only have 1 out to give. So here we go. 0 for 3, 1-1 pitch from Keller to Tatis to close out this game. Grounded sharply to third, and it's through to left field. Second hit of the game for the Padres. So that was a legitimate hit. And that puts Tatis at first base with 2 outs, and Reyes comes up. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. I doubt if Fernando Tatis is going to steal. Down 3-0. But I've been surprised before in this computer game, and we'll see what if the computer decides to chance it a little bit here. So here's Reyes with 2 outs. And an 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. And that will be a 3rd out of the game, or the inning, and that's the game here in Chicago, as the Cubs shut out the Padres in Game 1 of the National League Wildcard Series between the Cubs and San Diego Padres. 3-0 for the Cubs. 12 as they celebrate out there in the infield. The crowd is pretty happy. And a great pitching performance by Boyd. Absolutely stellar pitching performance. He pitched 8 innings. Gave up 1, I call, questionable hit. So let's go to the recap here. 3-0 Cubs. And it better be Boyd for the player of the game. Let's go down to the bottom. And it is Boyd in the as the player of the game. He is the winner. And Pivetta is the loser. 8 innings for Boyd. Struck out 6, walked no 1. Gave up no runs. And Keller gets the save, and Pivetta gets the loss here in Chicago. 3 hours, 16 minutes of fake time. And 2 lowly hits for the Cubs, or for the Padres. Pinch hitter had a hit, and Tatis had a hit, and the Cubs had 11. So a very good pitching performance got the Cubs through in Game 1, and they will try in Game 2 to win this series and move on and play the Milwaukee Brewers. So the final totals here for the Cubs and Padres in Wrigley Field in the first game. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Padres. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Cubs. The winning pitcher is Matthew Boyd, and the losing pitcher is Pivetta. The save goes to Keller for the Cubs. So we'll see who the pitching matchup is for Game 2 before we move on and close out this game in this evening. So we have finished this part of it, and we move on to the next day. Let me see if I get this straight. Continue to read an important message. I don't know what that means. So, let's see, the schedule. There's the schedule. The next game of this series, of these broadcasts, will be the Detroit Tigers at the Cleveland Guardians, and Skubal will face Williams in the first game, and then the Padres and Cubs will play their second game following that, and then the Reds, Dodgers, and Boston Red Sox and Yankees will close out the next day of games. So, good set of games coming up. The Reds and Cubs can close out their 3-game series in the next day. So let's go to the next day somehow. Let me see how you do that. Scores. We got that. Read an important message. What's that mean? Get ready for some baseball. The playoffs are here. Well, we've already played 2 games. So let's move on. Finish today. Daniel Robert is eligible to come off the IL. I don't care because the Phillies aren't playing right now, so ain't worried about that. All right. Finish today. What does that mean? Are we still on today? Oh, there we go. We are not hitting finish today because we got games to play. See how I rhymed? So anyway, we have the first game will be the Tigers and Guardians in the next, and that'll be in the American League. So 2 American League games start, or 2 series start in the next day. I'm interested to see who was the pitcher we were missing for the Cubs. Let's see here. Cubs. What was his name? Palencia. Is he even here? Where is he? Is he on the 40-man roster? Yeah, there he is. Oh, wow. What's he doing down there? That is just the strangest. I don't know if I can move him over. Let me see. Oh, he can be moved over. And let's see if we can get. Isn't he? Who can we take off of this pitching staff? He didn't do much. Keller already pitched. Pomerantz. Taylor Rogers. Yes, he's there. Soraka. So anyway, I will figure this out and not delay anything here. So thanks for watching and listening. My ramblings on an evening here. And we will get to the next game, which will be, like I said, the Detroit Tigers facing the Cleveland Indians in their first game of the Wild Card Series in the American League. So good night, everyone.